Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Third video of the day. This is my 4-1 first. This is my 4-1 Brazilian Grand Prix 2023 with room. So we're in the Brazilian Grand Prix that took place this weekend. So starting off with Red Bull, Max Verstappen, who qualified in first, and obviously he did win the sprint as well, but we're not really going to talk about the sprint too much. Sprints are irrelevant, let's be real. But Max Verstappen qualifies in first and wins and dominates the Brazil Grand Prix. While a much better performance from Sergio Perez, who had a bad qualifying, but just now he missed out in a dramatic battle with Fernando Alonso for the final podium place. And but win number 17 for Max Verstappen this season, that beats Asari's 71-year-old record for best ever win rate. Just saying, where's Lewis Hamilton? Just saying. And by the way, people say Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT. I don't see his win rate being on there. And the main question is Sergio Perez on the way to saving his seat for Red Bull? I mean, if you look at the driver standings, I think Perez has now strengthened that gap to Lewis Hamilton to 30 plus points. And Sergio Perez can seal second place in the driver championship in Las Vegas, which takes place next week. Obviously not F1 this weekend, but it takes place next weekend in the first Las Vegas Grand Prix. Well, it's not the first Grand Prix, but first in this era. And but win number 17 for Max Verstappen, so dominant. He was dominant in that race, wasn't he? And people will be snobby. About it, saying, "Oh, it's the car. It's not the car. If it's the car, Sergio Perez will be competing with Max Verstappen for the World Championship. I keep stressing this out. It's driving ability. From Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez, he's a good driver. But Max Verstappen is just way better than everyone else. This current stage, Max Verstappen is better than everyone else. It's as simple as that. Really. I don't want to hear this, Lewis Hamilton hasn't got the car at Mercedes. There's a reason why he hasn't got the car at Mercedes, because Mercedes are so ridiculous. Mercedes are so stupid to be offering Lewis Hamilton numerous races was a best Mercedes development of the car. And but yeah, good weekend. Well, brilliant weekend for Verstappen. Perez, good. I would say a good weekend for Perez, but it should be better. It should be better for Perez, for me. But he's up against Fernando Alonso, Fernando Alonso, who gets his elbows out, who knows how to defend as well. And it was a great battle, right to the racing line between Alonso and Perez. So dramatic. Probably the most dramatic moment we've had this season. Alonso and Perez, that battle right to the finish for that final podium place. And but yeah, it does look like now Perez will be staying at Red Bull, or will he? Who knows? Even if Perez gets second, will he stay at Red Bull? But I think he'll stay at Red Bull, Perez. Now I think he's pretty much going to seal second place now in the Drivers' Championship, in my opinion. And Las Vegas for those snow flakes. Unfortunately for those snow flakes, it's going to suit Red Bull Las Vegas with their straight line speeds that are at Las Vegas. And may suit Williams and Mercedes as well, but we'll speak more about Las Vegas Grand Prix when we get to it. And but yeah, good weekend for Red Bull. On to Mercedes. struggles from Mercedes and Sao Paulo. There's no pace. There's no pace in the race cards. There's no pace in the cars for both drivers. George Russell suffering a DNF. Lewis Hamilton, who started 5th, dropped down to 8th. And it's just as simple as that way. Mercedes really struggled on the Sao Paulo track, which is very unusual for Mercedes, and especially unusual for Lewis Hamilton, who loves it in Brazil as well. So there's no pace in the race cars for Mercedes this past weekend. On to Ferrari, or as I called them, Ferrari, as I called them. Charles Leclerc started 2nd, but suffered a DNF before the race even started, crashing on the formation. That's what caused even more misery about Ferrari. Again, Ferrari struggled on the Sao Paulo track as well. Carlos Sainz did the best he can by starting 7th, finishing 6th. High-tronic failure caused Leclerc to crash the formation now. So, luckily, it wasn't Charles Leclerc crashing the car himself, as he does normally do. It was high-tronic failure. It's probably just sums up Ferrari at the moment, doesn't it? I mean, sums up Ferrari for years. It's just the same old Ferrari. Let's be real about it. Same old Ferrari. That's all you can say, really. That's all you can say, really. I only feel sorry for Carlos Sainz, to be honest with you. Charles Leclerc and the Ferrari team are to blame for Ferrari being a failure. Carlos Sainz is a way better driver than Charles Leclerc. Simple as that. Charles Leclerc just too mistake-prone and a wasted talent. Now on to McLaren. Lando Norris started 6th and up to 2nd. I mean, he moved up to 2nd right into the first corner, didn't he? After that, both Aston Martins decided to try backwards for some reason, start off backwards. And but it was a race to predict for Oscar Piastri, unfortunately. He had damage straight away, didn't he? At the start of the race, which just made it a race to predict for Oscar Piastri. And it's more damage irritation for him. But solid race for Lando Norris. Surely a win is inevitable in his career, because we keep on seeing second for Lando Norris. Surely a win is inevitable in his career. Will it come this season? 2 more races yet? Probably not. As you probably expect Red Bull to dominate in Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi. But yeah, surely a win is inevitable for Lando Norris. But we all know Lando Norris should have won in Russia in 2021. He should have won in 2021, but that was just his inexperience, wasn't it? Being in that position where he should have pitted straight away and he would have won that race in Russia. But obviously, Lewis Hamilton snatched it due to Lando Norris spinning in the wet, but that's when he should have pitted. But that was it in experience. And McLaren, a race to predict for Oscar Piastri, but a very solid race for Lando Norris. Very good race for Lando Norris. Now on to Aston Martin. Much better weekend. Aston Martin back on track after a horrid second half of the season so far. With Alonso, like I said, holding on to a dramatic last year battle with Sergio Perez, holding on to that final podium. It was a proper race to the finish. Both of them side by side across the checkered flag, with Alonso just snatching it, just holding on. So much better weekend from Aston Martin. Very good weekend for Aston Martin. And isn't it ironic Aston Martin now decided to turn up now they've been overtaken by McLaren in Constructors' Championship? Bit ironic, isn't it? But yeah, very good race from Alonso. It's just a solid try from Alonso. Knows how to defend as well. Keenly as well. Jan Stroll, despite starting 3rd, still a good race for him as well. Finishing 5th. And a double points weekend for Aston Martin, and hopefully Aston Martin to now end the season strongly for their sake. We will wait and see. Onto Alpine. A poor qualifying from Alpine, but solid race for both, as both drivers get in the points. Double points for Alpine. Dacier, we've won the tries of the season. Obviously, we've won the drivers of the day candidates. Starting 15th, finishing 7th. And Esteban Ocon, then in the points as well. Double points for Alpine. Poor qualifying, but a solid race for both Alpine drivers. On to Williams. A race for that really for Williams. Jordan Sargent being positive out of the weekend. Starting 19th, finishing 11th, just missing out on the podium. Alex Albon suffering a DNF after a TSM with Kevin Magnussen. Quite a horrific crash with Kevin Magnussen. Into the first corner, ends both their races on the opening lap. And it's just like a move on now for Alex Albon. Just a move on race for him. But Jordan Sargent, probably the only positive for the weekend for Williams. Just missing out on the points. Now on to AlphaTauri. Daniel Ricciardo, 17th to 13th. Nothing he could do. He's trying his best in that AlphaTauri car with the car he's got. Yuki Tsunoda with the 2 points. To be fair, very good race. Very good race from Yuki Tsunoda. It's a 9-year-old moment, isn't it, for Yuki Unity, as I call him. Yuki Unity manages to keep his car on the track to 12 points for AlphaTauri. So, very good race for Yuki Tsunoda. He just lacks discipline. Yuki Tsunoda. I still don't think he should keep his seat, Tsunoda. I think he's had plenty of years now at AlphaTauri, and he's not really progressed. But if Yuki Tsunoda was disciplined since he came into F1, he'd be a contender to try for Red Bull, potentially. He would have been a contender to try for Red Bull, but he's ruined that chance because he's a lunatic on track, making impossible moves on the outside on Piastri at Mexico when he wasn't making it. And but for once, for Yuki Unity, as I call him, it's a good race for him. Finally, a good race for him. He managed to keep his car on track. And obviously, it will be Ricciardo and Tsunoda, you'd think, for next year at AlphaTauri. So you'd expect AlphaTauri to be much better than they have been this season. And they are starting to end the season strongly, AlphaTauri as well. Alfa Romeo, Bottas started 18th, suffered a DNF. Joe started that, suffered a DNF. Tyre failures for both drivers, causes DNF for both. Bottas' tyres were just too hot, and Joe's tyres were just too cool. So poor tyres for both Joe and Bottas that end both of their races in Brazil. And finally, on to Haas. Hulkenberg started 11th, finished 12th. Magnussen obviously started 12th, but obviously suffered that DNF with the Pearson with Alex Albon, which caused a red flag, didn't it, for like half an hour. And the main question is, who are the worst team on the grid, Haas or Alfa Romeo? I think they're both as bad as each other, to be honest. Alfa Romeo seems to be good in qualifying, but struggle in the race. Haas, probably the same. They probably do well in qualifying, Haas, but then don't do well in the race. They just don't have good race cars, both Alfa Romeo and Haas, so it's probably joint, to be honest. They're both joint worst team on the grid, you have to say. But it's all about getting the season out of the way for Haas and focusing on next season with Hulkenberg and Magnussen, who will be there then. And with teams there, now we look at the year standings. Red Bull 7th top 782 points. Verstappen 524. Fucking madness that. Perez 258. Mercedes in second with 382. Lewis Hamilton 226. George Russell 156 points. George Russell in 8th place. I don't think that's a very good season for George Russell at all. And it may be questioned, George Russell, by Lewis Hamilton fanboys. But we need to admit it is a long-term project with George Russell at Mercedes. Into third, Ferrari 362 points, Carlos Sainz 192, Charles Leclerc in seventh with 170 points. In fourth, McLaren with 282 points. Lando Norris, who's moved up to fifth with 195 points. Piastri in ninth with 87. Aston Martin in fifth. Fernando Alonso in fourth with 198 points. Lance Stroll with 63. With a combined total of 261 points for Aston Martin. We're there in the battle with McLaren for the battle for fourth place. Alpine in sixth with 108 points. Dazzy in 11th with 62. Ocon with 46 points. They pretty much safe to Dante. They're pretty much sealed to 6th place in the constructors. Williams in 7th with combined total 28 points. Albon with 27. Jordan Sargent with the 1 point. AlphaTauri in 8th with the 21 points. Obviously, 4 drivers a trouble for them this season. Obviously, Tsunoda, the permanent driver. Ricciardo coming in halfway through the season. Liam Lawson coming in when Daniel Ricciardo suffered an injury to wits. And Nick de Vries, who started this season off, but was removed halfway through the season. And into 9th, Alfa Romeo with the combined total 16 points. Bottas with 10. And Joe with 6 points. And Haas at bottom of the table with the combined total 12 points. Hülkenberg with 9 points. And Magnussen with 3 points. So that is my Formula 1 Brazil Grand Prix review. We now go on to Las Vegas next weekend. Which there will be a preview for that next week. And but yeah, it should be a very interesting Grand Prix, that one. Las Vegas. It's going to be a lottery Grand Prix because you don't know who's going to suit that track because it's the first time going there. And but that is for my preview. I'll talk more about the Las Vegas Grand Prix in my preview. So massive appreciation to everyone watching. If you're watching this on Playback, feel free to leave your thoughts down below on the Formula 1 Brazil Grand Prix 2023 review. As Max Verstappen makes it race win number 17 out of 20, which gives him the best ever win rate in F1 history. As Max Verstappen continues to smash records, the 3-time world champion continues to smash records. How long will this continue? Take care, stay safe, and see you later.